Meet the 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63, the coupe that blends luxury lounge vibes with launch control brutality. This thing takes AMG's electrified boost tech and turns it into a daily supercar moment. Instant shove, crackling soundtrack, and a cabin that feels more boutique hotel than two-door. It's sized to replace two cars at once, priced to hunt M and RS rivals, and tuned to make even quick commutes feel illegal. But is the CLE 63 the sweet spot between comfort and chaos, or just a gorgeous headline on wheels? Stay with me, because the answer might flip what you think a luxury performance coupe should be. The 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63 is AMG's statement piece in a segment that refuses to slow down. It takes the new CLE coupe, Mercedes' stylish two-door that effectively replaces the old C-Class and E-Class coupes, and turns it into a flagship built for U.S. buyers who want grand touring comfort Monday through Friday and serious pace on the weekend. Think long hood, wide stance, and a cabin that glows with ambient light, more boutique lounge than traditional cockpit, wrapped around the latest AMG performance tech. Why is this launch a big deal? Because the CLE 63 is arriving right as rivals like the BMW M4 and Audi RS5 are tightening their grip on enthusiast wallets. Mercedes needs a coupe that feels special at 35 miles per hour and ruthless at 130, without sacrificing daily usability. The brief is simple. Deliver the effortless luxury people expect from the three-pointed star, then flip a switch and let the AMG side take over. We'll save the hard numbers for the breakdown, but expect the headline ingredients that define modern AMG: an aggressive chassis tune, serious braking, quick-shifting transmission logic, and an electrified boost strategy designed to make the car feel awake the instant you touch the throttle. Inside, look for the brand's newest infotainment and driver assist tools, a curved display setup, and seats that balance long-trip comfort with proper lateral support. In a moment, we'll dive into design details, tech, and on-road character, and how it stacks up against the M and RS alternatives. But first, let's get a closer look at the exterior and the small touches that signal this isn't just a pretty coupe. It's an AMG with something to prove. Now let's peel back the layers of the 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63 and see what makes this coupe feel special the moment you walk up to it. The stance is the first tell. A long hood that stretches like a bowstring, swollen rear haunches, and a grille that sits low and wide with a gloss black mesh that hints at what's underneath. Walk around it, and you'll catch small, satisfying details. Flush door handles, aerodynamic blades in the lower bumper, and a subtle ducktail lip that looks sculpted by the wind. The lighting signature is sharp and modern. Up front, it's razor-thin and purposeful. Out back, a continuous LED bar ties the tail together for that expensive, cohesive look. Slide inside, and the tone changes from aggression to indulgence. The cabin glows with configurable ambient lighting and a sweeping, curved infotainment display angled toward the driver. The seats are classic AMG, deep bolsters, integrated headrests, and just enough softness for a 3-hour highway stretch. Materials are where the CLE 63 leans into luxury. Stitched leather, metal knurled switches, real carbon or wood inlays depending on your spec. You sit low, legs outstretched, hands falling naturally to a thick, flat-bottom wheel, with those little AMG drive mode toggles that practically beg you to twist them. But the tech is the quiet star. The latest infotainment is quick and clean, with a learning voice assistant, Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, and an optional head-up display that floats key info over the hood line. Driver assists cover the daily grind. Adaptive cruise for lane-to-lane traffic, lane centering that's steady rather than intrusive, and 360-degree cameras that turn tight parking garages into easy mode. None of it steals the show. It just fades into the background, when you decide to have fun. About that fun. The CLE 63 uses AMG's modern playbook, electrified boost for instant shove, a fast-thinking transmission, and a performance-tuned all-wheel drive system that can shuffle torque to make the car feel rear-biased when you want it. Hit the throttle from a light, and there's that snap. No waiting, no build-up. Just a clean, relentless surge that makes gaps disappear. Toggle through comfort, sport, and race-style modes, and the car changes character. The dampers tense up, the shifts get crisp, the exhaust finds its growl, and the steering picks up weight without going numb. Real roads are where its tuning shows. On a winding two-lane, rear-axle steering, where equipped, makes the coupe feel shorter than it is, helping you place the nose and rotate cleanly through tighter bends. Big composite brakes take repeated hard stops without that long pedal feeling, and the chassis stays impressively flat, like the body is bracing itself for you. Yet on the highway, the ride settles into a quiet lope. Wind noise is hushed, and the engine fades to a low, contented thrum. It isn't perfect. Curb weight is the elephant in the spec sheet. You sense it in quick left-right transitions, where it asks for a deliberate hand. The firmest suspension setting can feel busy on broken city pavement, especially on 20 or 21-inch wheels. Rear seat space is better than some coupes, but still a coupe. Fine for friends, not a limo. And while the touch-centric center stack looks futuristic, it can take a week to build muscle memory for key controls. Finally, price. Options can climb quickly if you chase carbon trim, upgraded audio, ceramic brakes, and track packages. This is where the brochure ends and the truth begins. We line up the 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63 on a cool, empty stretch and arm launch control. The revs settle, the nose dips, and when the lights go green, the coupe doesn't so much leave as it detonates forward. There's no drama in the power delivery, just a hard, clean punch that pulls the horizon toward you. The first upshift snaps like a camera shutter, the rear digs in, and your shoulders press deeper into the seat back. It feels effortlessly quick in a way that makes numbers almost boring. The sensation is the story. Then the road turns. Sport plus engaged, the chassis tightens and rear axle steering equipped here makes the car feel half a size smaller. You aim for an apex, and the CLE 63 meets you there. Front end keyed in, torque smartly shuffled, body control locked down. Mid-corner bumps that fluster lesser coupes barely ripple through the cabin. On corner exit, the throttle's early, and the car surges without lighting up the dashboard like a slot machine. It's fast, but more importantly, it's composed. Brakes? Big, confident, repeatable. After a handful of hard stops, the pedal stays high and the bite remains. The soundtrack is present but polished. AMG bark outside, refined bass inside, never droning on the highway sprint back. And that's the twist. After a run like this, you can slip it into comfort, watch the suspension exhale, and cruise home with a quiet cabin and calm steering. Supercar energy when you want it. Grand touring grace when you don't. It isn't bulletproof. On broken city pavement in the firmest mode, the ride gets fidgety, and in fast left-right transitions, you can feel the mass asking for respect. The touch-first center stack still demands a beat of attention at speed. But here's the turning point. The CLE 63 doesn't just chase M and RS. It carves out its own lane, one where speed and serenity actually coexist. So is this the new benchmark for luxury performance coupes, or a brilliant specialist with a few sharp edges you need to know about? Let's weigh the highlights and drawbacks, and decide who should buy it and who should pass. Here's the bottom line on the 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63. It delivers the rare mix of speed and serenity that most performance coupes only promise. As a daily, it's quiet, comfortable, and genuinely premium. As a weekend weapon, it wakes up with a twist of a dial and hits like a hammer without turning every drive into a chore. That dual personality is its superpower, and the reason it stands out in a market dominated by SUVs and increasingly focused on electrified performance. Pros first. The powertrain feels instant and muscular, with smartly tuned shifts and an all-wheel drive system that keeps things rear-biased when you want playfulness. Body control is excellent. Rear axle steering, when equipped, makes tight roads feel wider and parking lots smaller. Brakes are stout and fade-resistant. Inside, the cabin nails the boutique lounge vibe. Great seats, rich materials, confident tech, and driver aids that help without nagging. On the highway, it calms down and just eats miles. Now the trade-offs. Mass is real. You can feel it in quick left-right transitions, and the firmest suspension setting is busy on rough city streets, especially with larger wheels. The touch-first center stack looks slick, but takes practice. Some drivers will miss more physical controls. Rear space is coupe adequate, not generous. And pricing can climb quickly if you chase carbon bits, audio upgrades, ceramic brakes, or track packages. Who should buy it? Drivers who want a single car that does both, effortless GT during the week and credible backroad pace on the weekend. If you value refinement as much as lap-time talk, the CLE 63 hits a sweet spot. Who should pass? Track purists seeking a lightweight feel, families needing true rear seat room, or shoppers hypersensitive to option creep. In the US market, the CLE 63 matters because it keeps the driver's coupe flame alive while embracing electrified performance. It doesn't just chase BMW M4 and Audi RS5. It offers a different flavor, less shouty day-to-day, yet ferociously capable when asked. The impact? Expect more Grand Tourer first, track-ready second, coupes to follow. Did AMG just redefine the modern luxury performance coupe, or perfect the formula we already wanted? Tell me in the comments which way you'd go, CLE 63, M4, or RS5, and why. If this breakdown helped, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your picks shape our next deep dive.